Factorization. Factorization is the opposite of expansion. When we factorize, we add brackets to the given expression. Let us see a few examples. The first question, suppose if you need to factorize 8m plus 12k. When we check this, the alphabets are not similar, only the numbers. Here, this 8 is divisible by 4 as well as 12 is also divisible by 4. So the common factor is 4. So take that 4 outside. So the left out is 2m plus 3k. So you can just cross multiply. 4 multiplied by 2 and m, so it is 8m. 4 multiplied by 3 is 12, 12 and a k. So we have got this. In the same way, suppose b, if you take 8 p power 4 plus 6mp squared. That is, here this 8 and 6 are divisible by 2. No other number, it is common. So only 2 is common. So take that 2 out. Now check for the alphabets. Here it is a p power 4 and here it is a p squared. Here there is a m, but we don't have a m over here. So only p squared is common. So now for the number 8, 2 times 4 is 8 and then p square is a, we need to get a p power 4. So we need to multiply by p squared. So when you multiply, you add the powers plus. Then for this number, 2 is removed. So it will be check the number. So it is a 3 and m is not removed outside. Then already a p squared is removed. So only this much will be your answer. Now let us check. 2p squared into 4p squared when you multiply. 2 4s are 8. P squared multiplied by p squared is p power 4. In the same way, 2 multiplied by 3 is 6 and p squared into m is mp squared. Now let us go further. That is 5ab minus 3ab squared c. In this, the numbers are not common, so we cannot take the numbers out. Alphabet here also we have a here too we have a. Here it is a b and here it is a b squared. The greatest common thing for these two numbers have to be taken. So AB is the only thing which is common. So when we take AB, here 5 will remain and here 3 will be there. AB, so one B will remain and a C will remain. You have to always cross check the other way around whether you are getting it correct. 6mt squared minus 3mt plus 9m squared t. When we take here, this 6, 3 and 9 are all factors of 3. So now m is there, m is here, here also m. 1t, t and everywhere a t. So we can remove 3mt. So when I remove a 3mt, the number is left out with 2 and 1t is left out. Then minus, here 3mt, everything we have removed. So only 1 will remain plus 3m. So can just multiply 3, 6mt squared. Then it is minus 3mt and plus 9m squared t. 10pt squared minus 2pt plus 5p squared t. Here also, here if you take, no number is common. That is 5 is divisible, 5 is common for these two. 2 is common for these two numbers. But all the three numbers doesn't have the same common factor. So we cannot remove the number, only the alphabets are common. So remove that alphabets pt. So it will be 10 is a 10t because it's a 10t square. It is 10pt squared. So it is a 10t minus 2 plus 5. The next thing, let us go on to quadratic factorization. An expression which is written in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is called as a quadratic expression. Quadratic expression. Any number which is written in this form, ax square, that is x square, x and a number. In this case, then it is called as a quadratic expression. Now we'll see how to factorize these quadratic expressions. Now let us see the second question, x squared plus 5x plus 6. This is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. So this is a quadratic expression. Now we'll see how to factorize this. That is, we already saw when it is factorized, we have to write it in bracket. So now in this, the term with x has to be the sum. The sum has to be 5 and the product has to be 6. You need to find two numbers which gives us the sum as 5 and the product as 6. Suppose if you take two numbers 2 and 3. When I multiply these two numbers, we get it as 6. When we add them, it is a 5. So this can be written as x plus this number to x plus 2 into x plus 3. Now let us check whether this is correct. So we'll just go on to our normal expansion. X plus 2 into x plus 3 will be equal to this first x multiply with x plus 3 and then 2 also multiply with x plus 3. So this will be equal to x squared plus 3 into x plus 2x plus 6. So it is x squared plus 5x plus 6. See, we have got back the same expression. So any quadratic expression can be factorized by taking the term with x as the sum and the number has to be the product. Now let us go on with few more examples. The third question, x squared plus 10x plus 24. So the sum has to be 10 and the product has to be 24. Now in order to find, we have 6 and 4. 6 4s are 24, 6 plus 4 is also 10. So we can write it as x plus 6 and x plus 4. Now the fourth question, y squared plus 11y plus 18. Now the sum has to be 11 and the product has to be 18. So 9 and 2. 9 2s are 18, 9 plus 2 is 11. So we'll be using these 9 and 2 and write it. So it will be, since it's a y, previously it was an x, so you wrote x. Here it is a y, so we write it as y plus 9 and y plus 2. Then the fifth one, d square minus 5d plus 4. So now our sum has to be minus 5 and the product has to be 4. So that means product is a positive number and the sum is a negative number. That means you need to have two numbers which are negative. Then only when you multiply two negative numbers, you'll get a positive number. And when you add them, you get a negative number. So when you multiply, that is minus 4 and minus 1. When you multiply them, it is 4. When you add them, it is minus 5. So it will be d minus 4 into d minus 1. X square minus 15x plus 36. So again here it is sum equal to minus 15 and the product equal to 36. So it will be product is positive, so both have to be negative. That is minus 12 and minus 3. Minus 12 minus 3 when you get this answer. So it will be equal to x minus 12, x minus 3. M square plus 2m minus 8. That is the sum has to be 2 and the product has to be minus 8. So when a product is minus 8, automatically one number has to be negative and one number has to be positive. The sum has to be a positive number. So automatically the product of the two numbers, the greater number has to be positive and the smaller number has to be negative. So it will be 4 and minus 2. See, when you multiply it is a minus 8, when you add it is a 2. So it will be equal to m plus 4 and m minus 2. Then the eighth one, s square minus 4s minus 12. So again, the sum is minus 4 and the product is minus 12. So one positive, one negative, but the sum is negative, so the greater number has to be negative. So it is minus 6 and 2. See, when we take minus 6 and 2, but we get a positive 2. So this is not possible. We have to find for some other factors. See, then you have to have factors minus 6 and 2. Minus 6 into 2 is minus 12 and then it is a minus 4. So it will be s minus 6 and s plus 2. Then the ninth one, x square minus 2x minus 24. So the sum has to be minus 2, product has to be minus 24. Minus 6 and 4 are the factors, so it will be equal to x minus 6 and x plus 4. Now x square plus 5x minus 6, sum has to be 5, product is minus 6. Sum is 5 and product is 6, minus 6. So in case if I write it as a minus 2 and 3, then also product is 6, minus 6, but sum is not 5. So this is not the possibility. We have to go in for something else, that is 6 and minus 1. So when we multiply, we get it as negative 6. When we add, we get it as a 5. So it will be equal to x plus 6 and x minus 1. Now in all these questions, till now, there was no term in front of x squared. It was only x squared plus some number. But when there is a term in front of x squared, we are going to split this middle term and we are going to write it. So here the first and the last term has to be multiplied. That will be our product. The middle term, that is along with x, that will always be our sum only. So sum will be equal to 5 and the product will be this 2 and 2 multiply it. So it will be equal to 4. So the factors for this are 4 and 1. So when you multiply it is 4, when you add it is a 5. So now we are going to split the middle term and write. So we'll be writing this as 2x squared and then this 5x we'll split and write it as 4x plus x plus 2. Now in these first two terms, we need to find the common terms. So it is 2x is common. So we write the left out term is x over here and then here plus 2. So now whatever is in the bracket, you write it over here. And then you compare with this. So it has to be a plus 1. So it will be equal to plus 1 x plus 2. So now this is one term and this is another term. So x plus 2 is common in those two terms. Take that x plus 2 outside. So the left out is 2x and then a plus 1. Now we'll see a few more examples. So then the next one is 3x square minus 16x minus 12. So now in this case, our sum equal to minus 16 and the product will be equal to 3 multiplied by minus 12. 3 multiplied by minus 12 is product has to be minus 36. So sum has to be minus 16 and the product has to be minus 36. So in this case, it will be minus 18 and a plus 2. Minus 18 into 2 is minus 36. Minus 18 plus 2 is minus 16. So now we are going to split this middle term and write. So 3x square minus 18x then plus 2x minus 12. See this 16x I have split and written it as minus 18x plus 2x. Minus 18x plus 2x is minus 16x. So now compare the common terms in these two terms. So 3x is common. So in this first x will remain and then a minus 6. So whatever is in the bracket, write it over here. Then compare it with this. So you have to multiply with 2. 2 into x is 2x. 2 into minus 6 is minus 12. In case if you are unable to fit in a factor over here, which will give us this answer, means you have gone wrong somewhere in finding your factor. So you have to go back and check your factors. So now remove the bracket x minus 6. Then without the bracket, the left out thing is 3x and here it is a plus 2. Now the 13th one, 7x squared minus 37x plus 10. So now our sum is minus 37 and our product is 7 into 10. So product will be equal to 70. So it will be product is a positive number. So minus 35 and minus 2. So again we'll replace it over here. 7x squared minus 35x minus 2x plus 10. So in this first two terms, 7x is common. So x minus 5. Write it whatever is over here, x minus 5. Then see minus 2 into x is minus 2x. Minus 2 into minus 5 is plus 10. So it will be x minus 5 into 7x minus 2. Now let us see the next factorization, that is a square minus b square will be equal to a plus b, a minus b. That is, now let us expand this, a plus b into a minus b. That means a into a minus b plus b into a minus b. So it comes as a square minus ab plus ab minus b square. This and this gets cancelled. So it is a square minus b square. So whenever it is a square minus b square, you can write it as a plus b into a minus b. This idea we are going to use it now. We'll start with the first again for this type. Now here it is. Suppose if it is x square minus 64. Then this can be written as x square minus 8 square. So this can be written as a square minus b square. So it is x plus 8, x minus 8. The second question, 4x square minus 16. Suppose if it is like this, This can be written as 2x the whole squared minus 4 squared. So it is of the form again a square minus b squared. So it is 2x plus 4 and 2x minus 4. Then the third one, x power 4 minus 16. See the same thing here. So it will be x square the whole squared minus 4 squared. So this can be written as x square plus 4 and x square minus 4. Now when we take this x square minus 4 can be factorized again. So this will be x square plus 4. This can be written as x square minus 2 square. So the answer for it will be x square plus 4, x plus 2 into x minus 2. This is factorizing it completely. When there is a positive sign in between, we cannot factorize. Only when there is a negative sign, we can use this formula. Now the last question, 81p power 4 minus 16q to the power of 4. This can be written as 9p square the whole square minus 4q square the whole square. Now it is of the form a square minus b square. So this can be written as 9p square plus 4q square into 9p square minus 4q square. This again can be written as a square number. So 9p square plus 4q square. This can be written as 3p the whole square minus 2q the whole square. Again, this is of the form a square minus b square. So 9p square plus 4q squared into 3p plus 2q into 3p minus 2q. Thank you.